Hello. Hello. Hello? Hello, everyone. I am a disembodied consciousness. My Halloween costume is Boltzmann brain. Ghost, exactly. Exactly. How are you all doing? Hello, everybody. Hello, Lankuri. Hello, Potter. Different starting soon music. Yeah. I wanted to do something themed. Spooky Halloween stream, innit? It is indeed. Hello, M0. The music's banging, blah, blah, blah. Good stuff. I can't speak. I'm very sleep deprived, so this is going to be one of those. There might also be explosions in the background. Ignore that. I'm very sleep deprived, so I might not be able to speak very well. Hello, husbando. Hello. Husband our beloved, yes. I have a joke with him that it's like, my husband? Nah, our husband. Hi, Nightmind, hello. How you doing? And hello, IDB Bushy, how you doing? Let's go sleep deprivation. Yes, I agree. No, it's not good. It's not good, but it is what it is. It's fine. Stayed up late by accident. It happens. It's fine. Now, the reason why I'm a ghost, the reason why I'm a disembodied voice, a Boltzmann brain, yes. Explosions. Is there a football derby in the city? No, it's a thing in Ireland to just like let off loads of fireworks. Ireland, like, okay, actually, I'll show you my terrible Halloween costume first. I'll show you that first, and then we'll talk about Ireland and Halloween because it's quite wild here. But like, okay, so the tradition for pretty much any grad student is that like you get invited out for Halloween. You're like, yeah, go on then, and then you forget that you're meant to be going until like 2 days before, and then you pull together an absolute mess of a costume. Yeah. So that's where we're at today. I'd like to introduce you to nekodere. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Why? Not the Ara redeem. No, why have you done this? Why? Catdere, exactly. It's time. It's nekodere. Nekodere is real, yes. Nekodere is real. Husbando has redeemed the Ara. So I guess I've got to do that. Let me process, wait. Aranya. I gave up halfway through. Oh my god. Yeah. It's me. I am Nyandere, yes. Yes. I thought I would keep it for the cat psychology paper, but you know what? It's fine. And it's Halloweeny, isn't it? It's like every girl ever that has had to do a last minute costume, it's always cat. Yeah. Yeah. Hi Fi, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. Quack. I should have done a duck. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Can I redeem the accent for the for the why did I nap? Can I redeem the accent for the accent challenge? Please no. Please don't. But thank you for the posture check and hydrate. I'm sat up straight. I'm a cat. They just have bad, like, should I be in just catting? Am I in the wrong category? Is that still a thing or did they get rid of it? It's still there. Oh well, I won't change it. I won't change it because I'm scared. I'm not really a cat. Yes, yeah, yes. This is where I'm at. So it's, yes, tradition. You get invited out for Halloween. You're a grad student, you forget, you've got deadlines. Oh no, I have to have a costume, and I couldn't have a well-developed costume because I've run out of time. So now I've got cat ears. Yes. Thankfully, most of my setup is orange, so I didn't really need to change the colour to match the Halloween theme, so that's good. Just catting's a thing. Yeah, they introduced it for April Fool's Day, but then it was really popular, so they kept it. Is it bad that just like last time I'm on this stream when I have something due? No, I feel like that's every student experience, but please do focus on your work if you need to. Yes, please do that. Yes, yes. And also thank you for the Be Mindful redeem. Not mind. I will do that now. Are you happy with your ara husbando? Was it a good enough ara? Was it okay? Nyara nyara. Gonna make tea? Thank you. Why did I say thank you? I'm so sleep deprived. Yes, enjoy your tea. I'm struggling. My brain was like, thank you for the redeem, and then simultaneously tea. Okay, we'll wait. That's why I was thinking that. We'll wait. We'll wait till you come back. Yes. It wasn't nyana nyana. Yes. Nyana nyana! Hate it. I hate it. Don't worry, it's due tomorrow. It's such a vague topic and I haven't unlocked the capacity to summon the ghosts of supreme justices. You can do it! You can do it. You can summon them. If you... what would you put in a circle to summon them? I don't know what supreme justices tend to have. Wigs? Do they have wigs? Put just like the hammer. Put the hammer around in a circle. In a summoning circle. If you just put cases in a summoning circle around the circle, then yeah, they'll come. They'll arrive. The ghosts. You could put bribes. No comment. Wigs, gavels, robes, and weirdly spittoons for chewing tobacco. What? Spittoons for chewing tobacco. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Hi Miguel, how you doing? Nyandere, yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I am a cat. I've got cat ears. I'm a cat girl now, apparently. This is my basic Halloween outfit. This is my I couldn't prepare anything, so you're getting the cat ears outfit. Yeah. Promoted from 3rd to 2nd monitor content. Can't believe it. I'm being attacked. What is this? Yeah. Yes. Hi Mariona, how you doing? I hope you're good. In the US Supreme Court, every justice has a spittoon for chewing tobacco, but nowadays they can use it as a trash can. Why do they have that? I guess it maybe helped them focus back in there. Maybe it helped them focus. I don't know. That's not a... Yeah, I'm glad they just use it as a trash can now, though. That's probably better. Yes. This music's slightly distracting. I'm gonna turn it down slightly more. I like how xylophones and skeletons are just like mutually associated. Something, old men, something, 18th century objection. I understand, yes. This is why we need the chewing tobacco. It's so that you can spit it out dramatically and say, objection! Surely that must be the reason. Okay, kind of waiting to head to my parents' place to sit around a bonfire. How are you? That's so nice! That sounds so nice. I'm very jealous. I would love to be sat around a bonfire with some snacks. That would be very good. I'm good, thank you. I'm very tired. I'm horribly sleep deprived. So I have no idea what I'm talking about at any given moment. Today I will not be filtered. Oh. But bonfires, is that a thing elsewhere as well? So Ireland is very big on Halloween because we kind of like invented it. It's kind of like our thing. And yeah, bonfires are a thing. Like, yeah, trick-or-treating is obviously really big. Fun fact, in Ireland, like, way back in the... Well, not even way back. They still do it sometimes. Some places still do this. But, like, obviously pumpkins are native to North America. You need to replace your chair. You do. It makes a lot of weird noises. That cracking noise that you will hear occasionally, it's the chair. We need to replace our furniture. But yeah, so because pumpkins are like native to North America, we never actually used them. So traditionally here and in Scotland, you would carve like a turnip. And let me tell you, the turnip heads, they are terrifying because like if you put them out, like pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns kind of like collapse in on themselves, right? They collapse in on themselves. Turnips shrivel. So they kind of, if you leave them for the week, they end up looking like an actual shrunken head if you carve them right. It's kind of freaky. And also you don't do like the triangle jaggedy shapes. You do like realistic shapes. So it ends up being very creepy looking. But I think it's quite fun. They are a lot harder to carve though. A lot harder to carve. IKEA? Yes, we need to go to IKEA again. There's never enough IKEA. Also, I want a shark. That being said, we had to do a medical malpractice case this week and they are wild. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Like, the thing that I've seen about medical malpractice stuff is that, like, it goes from being like, okay, I can see this being a genuine mistake. And then every now and then they just escalate and you're like, what on earth is going on? What? What? Eh? It's just a thing with the family, really. They started a tradition of sitting around the fire while eating pizza. That's so nice. I love that. Yeah, no, bonfires are a thing here too for Halloween, which is very cool. And like, almost like carnivals, I think. There's quite a few cities have like carnivals, which is kind of wild. Yeah. It's very funky. And fireworks, that's the other thing. That's what if you hear explosions in the background, it's fireworks. Hopefully they're being filtered out, but I don't know. They might not be. Oh. Turnips are also white, so they are bony, fleshy monstrosities. They kind of are. Like, well, they kind of like, they do kind of turn a kind of beigey flesh color over time as well. But yeah, they like really do look like a shrunken head by the end of it. If you've ever seen a shrunken head, the kind of like dark beige that they turn, they kind of turn like that. So it does work. It was pretty cool, but it's also terrifying if you see one. Sharkia, yes. IKEA shark. I want more of them, but there's too many of them now. But I still want more. Hi Towerz, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. If I sacrifice my turnips, then what will I sell to make it so that I have more money than anyone else and can finally pay off Tom Nook? This is very true. Oh, you could sacrifice Tom Nook. This is very true. But you do need to keep the turnips. But surely you can sacrifice one single turnip. Just one turnip. I can't remember if I ever paid off my mortgage in Animal Crossing. I can't remember. I think I did. I think I did. And I didn't even use the turnips. Because it's like, you need to pay too much attention to the stock market, which I'm not very good at doing. I'm not very good at managing the turnip stock market. So I just didn't. And I just caught an extortionate amount of fish. Oh, and I did the fruit method as well. I just planted loads of like fruit trees that weren't native to the island and then harvested all the fruit. Those are the main ways that I did it. Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you for the follow, Sela. Welcome in. Welcome in. You're a participant now. I don't think you realised it, but you've just consented to take part in research. Hello, hi, how you doing? Is it Diwali? Is it Diwali? Is it pronounced Diwali or Diwali? Because I've heard both. Is it actually? Or is it just, I don't know. I don't know. Is it actually? When is it? Oh, it actually is. That's funky. Well, there you go. There are celebrations with fireworks on multiple continents. That makes me happy. We're united in our fireworks. Just sacrifice him in the name of the lamb. You have a room full of turnips. That's valid. That's valid. Yeah, I never got into the turnip stock market. I was very scared. It was just too much effort. Couldn't do it. I just paid off the whole thing by scavenging. Yes. No such thing as too many IKEA shark. I agree, but the point where you can no longer sleep in bed without there being IKEA shark in the way is the point where there may be one too many IKEA shark. I mean, there's never too many. It might be enough IKEA shark, you know. One case I read involved a failed kidney transplant. During the pre-op, the doctor said that the chances were good. The transfer led to complications and the guy died. Wow, okay. During testimony, an expert said that 5 out of 7 of the doctor's transplants failed. That's not good. The court ruled, we simply hold that defendants, as a matter of law, did not have any duty to disclose the defendant's statistical history of transplant failures to obtain the descendant's informed consent. Okay. Okay. Right. Oh dear. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Yeah. Once, you know, it happens. Twice, okay, that's it happens. 5 times out of 7, statistics is not in your favor. Maybe you're just doing it wrong.
Cat ears are the best costume. Happy Halloween.
They are indeed. Thank you for the resub, Meta Knight. Thank you so much. 7 months already. Goodness gracious. The cat ears are the best costume, aren't they? They are. They are. Happy Halloween to you too. And thank you for the resub. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. How are you? I'm okay, thank you. I'm very tired. I'm very, very sleep deprived. But I'm fine. It's fine. The sleep deprivation is just like standard at this point. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm very tired. Do psychologists wear a white coat? It depends on the psychologist, honestly. I don't in real life because I don't work with people very much. There's also not really a reason to. There's not really a reason to. Yeah, it's more of like a wet lab thing. Like if you're working with things that can contaminate or damage you. Yeah, the only reason why you'd wear one as a psychologist is to try and convey some degree of authority, to be honest. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Can't complain, all good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm really glad. Didn't get any trick-or-treaters, so we get all the chocolate meant for all of the kids. Nice. Nice. I just didn't get any this year. I don't know. We had like, I think there was like 1 last year and we were not prepared and we ended up giving them cereal bars. Like they just appeared at the door and we were like, what? Because normally the convention is like, if there's no Halloween decorations up, don't trick or treat at the house. But yeah, they did it anyway. And we were not prepared. And I was like, I've got cereal bars. Can I give you 2 cereal bars? And they were like, yeah, go on then. So that was good. The kids were very excited. They were very young. They were very excited about the cereal bars. I don't think they realised what they were. So, yeah. Do you also just randomly doze off while reading materials? Yes, sometimes actually. If it's very, very, very boring, I certainly do. Yes. That's extremely relatable. Happy Halloween, Silem! Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Anniversary is next Sunday. Eh? I'm not... What? Oh, Lord. Okay, I should probably organise something for that. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, the cereal bars were expired. They were. They were expired. Oh, they were expired by like 2 months and we didn't even realise until afterwards and then we were like, oh no, we've just given the children out-of-date cereal bars. It's fine, it was best before, it won't kill them, it's fine. It's building their immune system, innit? Yeah, I should probably work out something for the anniversary. I haven't planned that at all. I haven't got anything. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Oh dear. Okay. I thank you for the reminder. M0 was one of the OG viewers. The other one was actually Meta Knight. Both of you dropped by that first test stream where I was playing Spyro. I remember. Also, I watched the VOD back when I had to edit it, but also I remember. Imagine your lecturer just dozing off mid-lecture. I fell asleep in someone else's lecture once, and that was quite embarrassing, but I've never dozed off mid-lecture. I have lost my train of thought mid-talk at a conference. It was like really, really hot. This was bad as well, because there was like some really, like, there were some big names in the audience, and I was like, I don't really get performance anxiety because I'm just a bit oblivious, but I can't remember. There was someone that like I recognized and I couldn't remember where from. And then they did, I can't remember what they did. They like got something out of their bag in the middle of while I was talking, and I just lost my train of thought. I was like, it was also very warm in the room, so I was like kind of half asleep anyway. I did almost fall asleep during other people's talks also at that same conference. And I did have to drink a large amount of cold water in advance of my talk so that I would be awake. But yes. Yes. You're good? I'm glad to hear it. How are you? How's the stream going? I'm tired, but I'm okay. I'm okay. We're going okay, I think. I've got my cat ears. They're new. This is my low budget Halloween outfit. This is my, oh, I just remembered I need to do that. I'm gonna run into the you know, the cheap shop and grab something outfit. The bot was the OG. Yeah, there was indeed a bot in that first ever test stream. There was a bot. It appeared, and I was really confused because I was like, why is there a bot on my stream? Like, what is this? And I didn't know how the moderation tools worked yet because it was literally a test. So I thought like nobody would be there. I was expecting to stream to like 0 people. Maybe someone would come who I already knew. And then there ended up being like 3 people and a bot. So that was nice. I've been caught sleeping in class multiple times. Now my undergrad's sleeping my class. The cycle continues. I only did it once, and I remember very distinctly what the lecture was. I remember what the lecture was. It was a personality psychology lecture. And I feel really bad because I know the person who is the lecturer. Like, we're not like friends, but we've worked together, and they're a really nice person. But there was just something about personality psychology that just wasn't agreeing with me on that one specific day. I think I was also I think I hadn't slept very well the night before, and I also used to have quite a bad commute into campus during undergrad. And yeah, I couldn't do it, and I got like I want to say like 20 minutes into the talk, and then I just passed out, and it was like a 2-hour lecture as well, so wasn't ideal, to be honest. Yeah. Do you have a cattail? I don't. I just have the ears. I wasn't that well prepared, so yeah. My headphones have just broken. Okay, that's good. Excuse me while I reset my stuff. Okay. This is very good. Scuff. Excellent. Excellent. Come on. There we go. Reminds me during my undergrad where I was 15 minutes late to an anthropology midterm. Got an A just by writing a lot. That's impressive. That's genuinely impressive. Why can't I hear anything? What's going on? Hello? Okay, now I can hear things. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Okay. That's impressive. That's a skill. You basically just ad-libbed your way to an A. Like, that's have you considered improv? Like, that's genuinely a skill. Look how far you've come. Oh, it's weird. It's weird. I'm always like, why are people here? What's going on? Oh, why do you all come and visit? Why? I don't understand. 2-hour lecture, perfect lullaby. It really was. I think it was about like the statistical underpinnings of the Big Five personality model. And yeah, I just couldn't do it. I just went. Studying to be a lawyer, that's pretty much improv. That is true, to be fair. That's very, very true. Academic gish gallop. I can only ever ad-lib my way to a C grade. I don't think I've ever ad-libbed ever. I'm very like, oh, well, I ad-lib for like talks. I ad-lib for like conference presentations and stuff. And like, to be honest, also teaching. Like I put together the lecture, go through it. But like I don't practice it. I just like look through the slides and then I make it up as I go along. And it kind of works okay, I think. I don't know. Like canonically, the scientific yapping is also when I'm teaching. Like it's the same. It's the same. I would just sit there and I would just go off on a tangent and it's terrible. Oh my gosh. Dungeon Slime, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. You've introduced a whole bunch of new research assistants now. Popping in to do the payday gift sub gifts. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And also, hi Guns. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Look at all of the new research assistants. This is excellent. Now I don't have to write my PhD anymore. I can just get you all to do it. Oh dear. Yeah, I think the most I ever ad-libbed was... Yeah, I've never ad-libbed on an exam, actually, because I was too paranoid. All the new assistants, exactly. We get them to do the work, because that's how the academic... Have you ever considered that maybe academia is just a pyramid scheme? You see, I'm at the top. And I get all of the publications. And then the postdocs below me, they get some of the publications each. And if they recruit research assistants and PhD students and undergraduate students, then they also get some of the publications. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to work your way up the pyramid. Oh no. Client CTO didn't show up to my meeting this morning, so I got all the anxiety and none of the payoff. Oh, I'm sorry. That must be really stressful. I can't even imagine. Like, that's the worst as well, when people just don't turn up to the meeting and you're like prepared. Whoa, my voice. Wait. I need to drink some water. Okay. I don't know what that was. Hydrate, thank you. I'm hydrated, I'm fine. I think I'm still like getting the remnants of the flu that I had like 2 weeks ago. Like it's feel like it's still lurking. It's terrible. Yeah, no, that's like the worst when people just don't turn up. That's like actually my least favorite thing ever. Genuinely, I feel that. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna occasionally I think, just because of the cat ears, because I want to. Is academia a pyramid scheme or a feudal system within our democracy? Anthropology, volume 69. This is a good question. Is it a pyramid scheme or a feudal system or both? Why not both? Maybe feudalism was the original pyramid scheme. Maybe feudalism was the friends we made along the way. To be fair, I used to work in the state attorney's office and I would hear some awful defenses. I once had a case where a drug dealer was shot by his girlfriend and the defense attorney basically said she had to shoot him because of the streets. I have so many questions. Why? Why would that ever be a good defense attorney? Defense attorney? No, defense. Full stop. Why would that ever be a good defense? Question mark. There we go. We got there eventually. I write out sentences in my head before I say them, and sometimes the punctuation's wrong. That's cool and normal. Oh no. That is certainly a defense. I'm not sure it's a very convincing one though. So, I actually had a plan. We're not doing the same thing as yesterday, where I turned up and then never actually played the game that we were going to play. Today we're playing a game. We're playing a game. Not the horror movie kind. But we are indeed going to play a game, and I think it's a horror game, personally. A plan, heresy? I know. Imagine having a plan and actually sticking to it. Wild. I'm not kidding. He provided no physical evidence other than that, and they paid for the attorney. Oh my lord. That's a defense. Oh yeah, mindfulness. Thank you for the mindfulness. Yes. Okay. Let's do that, and then we'll play the game. Okay, so today's, and thank you for the hype train. Thank you. Level 2. Let's go. Oh, what is in the chest? I have acquired an emote. Very cool. Okay. So, kindness. Today's a kindness task. That's nice. We like kindness. Okay. This is assuming that you have the means to do this. So if you don't have the means to do this, that's fine. Just ignore it. Today's card says, buy a stranger a coffee. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm like, I need the coffee. Buy a stranger a coffee. People who experience acts of generosity are more likely to pass them on. Start a cycle of kindness today. So nice. So nice. So there you go. That's your mindfulness task for today, apparently. Buy someone a coffee if you can. And if not, what can we think of that's like a non-monetary alternative? If I was buy subs. This is a really good opportunity for me to plug my Ko-fi. Haha. No. Buy a membership to my Ko-fi. No, don't do that. Okay. Yeah. Buying a coffee is nice though. It is nice to do that for somebody. Once I was in the supermarket and I saw someone buy the shopping of the next person and I was like, why? Why are you doing that? That's very kind of you. Thank you for the gift sub, Meta Knight.
Meta Knight 1919
so
gifted a tier 1 sub to 0_0_0_0.
Sean. Here's a coffee. Thank you so much. Let's go. Yeah. Oh yeah, is the yeah one a sub emote? I forget. I just put them into the slots. And hope for the best. I never know what's going on. Are we not all strangers to ourselves? Buys myself a coffee. I should do that too. I want coffee. But I only get one coffee a day when my housemate isn't in the office. Yeah, I've already had a coffee today, and also it's 8:30, so I probably shouldn't have one. I do have decaf though, but that's kind of like heresy, isn't it? So I don't know. I could make myself a decaf coffee, and that would count. If you can't buy a coffee for somebody, just make one for somebody, you know? If you have someone that you can make a cup of tea or coffee for, you should do it. It's a nice little gift. 8:30 is chamomile tea time. Exactly. You know what's up. We've run out though. We've run out of chamomile. Now we're the only like decaf options that we have now. We have decaf tea and decaf coffee because I'm a fiend, and sometimes I just really need the taste. That's how I know that I probably have a problem. But we also have peppermint, and I hate peppermint, so I'm not having that. I need to get more chamomile. That is necessary. But yes, we have a plan. We have a plan today. It is Halloween, and I want to share a horror game. So we're playing a horror game. We're doing it. I'm thinking. I'm working out how to bring up the things. Yes. Where is the games? There. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. So, today we are playing the one true horror game, PhD Simulator. I can say from personal experience, this is going to be a horror game. So, let's go. Here it is. This is PhD Simulator. It's just a little text adventure thingy, which is quite fun. But yeah, so we're going to just walk through it. I'm going to answer the questions in the same way that I would. Decline the offer. Okay. There you go. You changed your mind and declined the offer. Perhaps it is a better choice in this timeline. It probably is. Status first, dear excitement. We never got there. Okay, we're in a different timeline. Okay, we're gonna try again. Good ending. That was the good ending, let's be honest. Terrifying, it really is. Wait till you, like, I think that I looked young when I started, and I know it's been like 4 years, but still. No. I look significantly older. I went from being ID'd for energy drinks to being ID'd for nothing. I suffer. Okay. I already remember a game where you had to do an office job. It was ancient and probably written in Pascal. That sounds so fun. That sounds so fun. It's weird. I really enjoy simulation games, but then I don't want to do the actual job. Like, I love House Flipper, and also I've been watching a bit of like what was it? Like the card shop simulator, TCG simulator, TCG shop simulator. There we go. We can string all the words together at once. And also like the supermarket simulator, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. But also I used to work in retail, so I'm like, nah. Never again. Never again. Oh dear. You're a VTuber, you look 17. This is true. I am forever 17 until I upgrade to mother. Retail is the horror that never leaves. It genuinely is. Like, I'm still traumatized by my time in retail. I have some wacky retail stories that I will eventually play one of those like shop simulator games, and I will tell all of my wacky retail stories, but not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I need to be like in a good place emotionally before I revisit that trauma, you know? Yeah. To be honest, I'd love a week assisting in a coffee shop. A year, no thanks. Exactly. Like, it would be really nice as a reset thing, but like doing it as a career, it's not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Same with farming retreat. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, farming is like, it's a, like, basically if you're anywhere in Ireland, either you are in a city and you probably have an office job, or you're a farmer. Like there are a lot of farmers here. And from what the people that I know who are from farming families have told me, I'm like, nah. No thanks. I'm not interested in any of that. Thank you very much. No. Same, 15 years of stories saved up. Yeah, you did a lot more than me. I think, how long did I do collectively? Probably like 5 years, I think. Yeah. But then I have had other like customer facing roles that were not quite as bad, but like frustrating in similar ways. So yeah. Yeah. I used to cold call witnesses to appear in court for trial, and they were such awkward and draining conversations. That is the worst. That's always the worst. That and like any kind of like, you know, like the customer service desk where you do returns. That was unpleasant. I also worked in a fitting room for a while, like, you know, where people go to try on clothes. That was traumatic. Like, genuinely, it was awful. That was, I think I did like 6 months in that position, and then I had to be like rotated out because it was genuinely giving me a nervous breakdown. No, not about that. I must say, doing a PhD, it's been difficult, but I would take 7 PhDs over retail. I would not go back to that ever again. It's over now. I know, it's gone. I never have to do it again, but still think about it. We do need better retail worker protection, really, don't we? Because I know people that have been literally like assaulted in their job, and that's not okay. And like, just nothing is done about it. That's the worst part. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, it is what it is. You know, that's part of the job, and it's like that shouldn't be a thing. Come on. If I'm ever in a position of power, I'll rotate everybody in the team through Friday evening customer service. Yes, make all of the managers do it. Absolutely. I think this is a good idea. Yes. How many naked freaks did you see in the changing rooms? Actually, not many, but I did see some other stuff. I think I only walked in on somebody changing once. But I didn't really walk in on them because they just left the curtain open. Yeah. Like they just left it open. That was why I went in, was because someone had complained. I saw some other stuff, but like I said, I'll save it for the inevitable shop simulator stream. Krynoze was insane. That's not the worst. That's not the worst. All I will say is, if you can imagine something, like if it is possible for something to come out of the human body, I have had to deal with it. In every possible sense. That's all I'll say. Conversation responses including, I didn't see anything, stop calling. This is a police conspiracy. You ain't paying me to go. But the funny thing was always knowing that it was the nice response, because we could have had the sheriff have a nice talk with them. That's true. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah. I can imagine. I can imagine people respond very badly to that. And I can also imagine that they could only respond badly because they didn't see it as much of didn't see you as much of a threat potentially. But yeah. I think I'd die on the spot if I actually walked in on something like that. Yeah, I had to. I had, yeah. Yeah. It was terrible. Anyway. Speaking of terrible, I should go back to my job so I don't have to work in retail in the future. I don't know if I just had a uniquely bad experience with this one. This was all one shop, by the way. I worked in another shop that was lovely and it was fine. But I do still have some weird stories. And then I worked in another shop where it was fine, but it was just very tiring. I think that was it. Yeah, I only worked in 3. Yeah. But yeah, they have some memories. It's the most memorable work that I've done, that's for certain. The thing is that was my first 9 to 5 out of undergrad, and I was like, oh, it's just because this is my first job, and now I realise no, the work was actually just soul crushing. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's really difficult to judge when it's your first job. I think because I've been working basically since the second I turned 16 in some capacity. So it's been a while. I've been working for a while. So I think I've got a good judgment of whether something is soul crushing now. Yeah. But yeah, the first one, I can imagine it being difficult to tell. I remember my first job, I found it soul crushing, but looking back, like, it wasn't, I don't know. The thing I liked about retail is that you could kind of switch your brain off a bit. The thing that I didn't like about it was the way that people treated you, because they assumed that like you were working in retail, so you will never amount to anything. And the reality is that most people that I worked with were students, and were, you know, actively trying to make something, if that makes sense. So yeah. Something you just said reminded me of a super eye patch wolf video I was watching the other day about social anxiety horror, and a story about a horrifying story where someone would phone pretending to be a police officer. Okay, I've not seen that one. I need to watch that. That sounds very, very interesting. I love super eye patch wolf. Just like the video essays about the weirdest stuff, the most random things. You're minding your own business, next thing you know, video essay about the weird I mean, obviously the one that sticks out is the weird direction that Garfield took on the internet. That was certainly something. Yeah, but I actually really like his like things that I liked video. I can't remember how often he does them. Like is it once a year or every few months? I think it's every few months. But yeah, I really enjoy those. Dude's got a good way of telling stories. I appreciate that. Advanced soul crushing. It was because it was like the worst. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the job that I had as my first job is the kind of job that people meme about because it's so bad, even if they've never done it. So yeah, it genuinely was. The gore-filled video, yeah, that I think that's a good introduction to Super Eye Patch Wolf, to be fair. Yeah. Anyway, shall we get admitted into this program? Shall we accept the PhD offer? Congratulations! You've been admitted as a new PhD student here. Will you accept the offer? Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna start. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of how it worked for me. I just got an email and was like, you've been made an offer, and I was like, okay, press the button to accept the offer. That's like that's actually disturbingly accurate to how it went. Top 10 regrettable decisions. It's fine, it's fine. My PhD's been fine, okay? I'm just putting that out there. We'll see how this one goes though. I think honestly, like a big chunk of the like whether a PhD is tolerable or not is genuinely just down to luck. Like, I'm very lucky. I've got a very good supervisor who's very chill and is like, yeah, just do stuff at your own pace, do your own thing. It's all good. I'll just support you to do it. I know other people who have not had that experience, and I'm like listening to the stories of the fact that they need to have like 2 supervision meetings a week or something, and I'm like, no, not a fan. I could not cope with that. Your PhD isn't over yet. I know. It's so close though. It's so close. You don't understand. Like, I had a meeting with my advisor, and we were sat there and we were like, this is close, isn't it? We were like, it is close. We need to choose an internal examiner. We need to start prepping for the defense. Oh, this is close. We've got paperwork to fill out. Let's do that. This is something to get done. And I need to send the next 2 chapters that I've drafted soon. Anyway, moving on. The office worker text adventure was 1982 Executive Suite is abandonware. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's a shame. Sounded fun. Okay, we're going to accept the offer. We're going to accept the offer. We've got first year excitement. Let's go. Accept the offer. Okay. You've accepted the offer and found your advisor. You're required to publish at least 2 journal papers and 2 conference papers to qualify for your degree. Cool, okay. This is interesting. This is not how it works where I am. Well, you can do that, or you can just write the thesis, and that's what I'm doing, because I'm like, I didn't want to stay in academia, so papers are kind of like, you know, a nice bonus for me, but they're not a requirement. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just write the thesis. So I'm just like writing all of my analyses up in a thesis, and then I might eventually convert it into like a few papers. I don't know. I haven't decided. Probably will, just for vanity reasons, but I know this is a thing like in Europe, and also I think in the US as well, where you have to, like mainland Europe, I mean, you have to like get a certain number of papers in order to qualify for the degree. I've heard that is a thing elsewhere, so yes. Abandonware it's available for free. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, I will look into it later. 2-2 is to stay in postdoc, if I remember correctly. Anything less than a 4-year is supposed to be grounds for leaving your postdoc. Oh, anything less than 4 years is supposed to be grounds for leaving your postdoc. I've never heard that. Oh, that's wild to me. Here, postdocs are just like fixed term contracts. So, you know, if you're not publishing enough papers, then well, hurry up. But like if you get to the end of like a 2-year postdoc and you haven't published anything, well, that's a you problem, you know? Normally the PI would take over it. Oh, I think they're not renewing. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, no, here they tend to be fixed term, so you wouldn't even be like you're there for 2 years or you're not there for 2 years, like unless you leave. Yeah. There's pre-doc and post-doc. So there's no pre-doc necessarily. Like normally so the kind of wait, let me have a drink first. Hang on. I've just realized I think there's echo. Has that made the music less weird? Yeah, pre-doc is a PhD, exactly. So the doc is referring to doctorate, so the PhD. So you do the PhD, and then you do post-doctoral studies. But actually it's a job. When do we get to become a full-time VTuber, though? Just do it. What's the paper requirement for staying a VTuber? 0. I'm gonna set my own tenure requirements for being a VTuber. For being a science VTuber. Sorry, everybody. You're not allowed unless you publish at least 2 journal articles under your VTuber name. Okay. I am hydrated. Let's go. Okay. Right. So we need to do 2 journal articles and 2 conference papers. Let's do it. At least 2 streams a year and 2 collabs a year to stay a VTuber. That seems a low bar. I feel. Actually, yeah, no, that probably is right. Because I know a few people that like stream very irregularly, but when they do, they're very, very high quality content. So, thank you. I will hydrate more. Thank you. Otherwise, you're demoted to flesh. You're demoted to disembodied voice. You're not allowed to use the model anymore. Okay, let's get those papers. Let's do it. Let's do it. Department notice. All PhD students must pass the qualifying exam in December. What month is it? Where are we? What? Is this based on the real month or? I'm confused. Okay. Okay. Creates a constitutional analysis that rivals even Supreme Justice's written by the most cursed VTuber name. You should absolutely do it. That'd be extremely funny. I'm unironically thinking, can I do stuff that like gets me maybe at least a preprint under Psydere? I think that would be very funny. Hi, Dog Ragged. How you doing? How you doing? Pavlov. I'm not a dog. I'm a cat. These are cat ears. So they look like dog ears. They're meant to be cat ears. It's Nya. Nyandere. We're here. We're finally here with the Nyandere. Is it crying if there's only 1 tear on my face? I'm 14 and this is deep. Hi, Yavko. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah? Did it nya? Yeah? I don't think it nyaed. I didn't hear it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think there's a bit of a delay. Yeah. I think there's a delay. What is going on? 2 nyaos for the price of 1? I know, wild. Wild. I'm gonna provide all of the nyaos. If I'm told to nya, I'll just nya on command today. You've got your 1 chance. I'm offering it to you. There you go. Nya, wait to the PhD. Exactly. Okay. A new month begins. Let us check the to-do list. Prepare for the qualifying exam. Read some papers. Slack off. Yeah, Derry. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I tried to let the other tears out. Yeah. Yes, sadly. I'm sorry. high quality emotional support. Can you tell I'm an emotional support animal? Okay. Okay, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna read some papers, I think. This is what I did in the beginning. I just read a lot of papers. Well, I didn't actually because I was doing a different degree at the same time. But that's a long story. But wish you had hand tracking. Well, so I can bring up my hands and do the nya thing. That would be funny. I'm thinking. Oh. Okay. There's background noises in the music. Hope 50%. It's actually 51. Actually. You're supposed to hug emotional support animals. You're allowed one single head pat. Go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Maybe they have VR handset. You can actually get hand tracking. I could get hand tracking. It's like it works with my model tracking software. I just haven't because it's funny. My uni strat was to either attend class, prepare for the exam, or do the exam. Note the lack of vacation time in that rotation. Yeah, I was kind of the same. I'm not gonna lie. I spent all of my vacations preparing for the exam or finishing the coursework. So I feel that. And then like over summer I do like internships and stuff or volunteering or work more hours because I needed money. So I feel you. I feel you. I just want to get into uni. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Put it up on Throne as a fund. I need to go through the Throne at some point because I've got a big old list of suggestions on there that I haven't managed to get through yet. I'll add it to the list. I don't know how it actually works though. I'm still surprised I had a mental breakdown only after ending uni. I had one in the middle actually during undergrad. I had one in the middle, I'm not gonna lie. I also had like multiple physical health. I think I'm actually more of the type of person where like if I'm mentally stressed, like my mental breakdown manifests physically because like during undergrad and also during my masters and also during my PhD, I've multiple times I've had to take time off because of like a physical illness that has manifested while I've been really, really stressed. So I think, I don't know, maybe I'm just that kind of person. You can do it when you B&Q it. Yeah! Let's B&Q our degree. Where can I get the hardware to build my degree? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Is undergrad just a diploma or degree stage? Yeah, so it's like a bachelor's. So undergraduate studies is like a bachelor's degree. And then graduate or postgraduate, depends on where you live, how they're labeled. But here it's postgraduate, is like master's and PhD. And there's other stuff too. There's like diplomas and certificates and stuff that you can get that are kind of classified as one or the other. But yeah, that's the rough outline. You need to have a mental breakdown. You absolutely don't. I had my worst ones before I even got there. I'm one of those people who like life in high school was awful. Awful. Things have got slowly progressively better. So I swear it does sometimes get better. I went for masters, but I didn't really get quality education there. They're quite variable though, aren't they? It was on me. Yeah, but sometimes they genuinely are quite variable. Like, I know people that come out of a master's and I'm like, you know too much and you need to be stopped. And other people will come out of like a different master's program and it's just like, they didn't do one. So, to be fair, I do think they're quite variable. Thankfully, mine was one of the good ones because like, it was a very small course. So we got a lot of really good like one-on-one tutor time and then we were quite close-knit as a cohort as well. So that was nice. Everybody got on pretty well. It was nice. I was very lucky with that though because like I know other people who are in a cohort of like 50 for their masters and I'm like, what? Why? Why would you do that? That doesn't seem ideal. I think that the smaller group teaching is definitely like the best way to do masters, to be honest. Felt like I deserved being kicked out 70% of the time. Oh no. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure that's not true. Okay. Right. Let's do it. Let's do the PhD. Let's do it. We're getting distracted again. Let's stop with the yapping. We need to focus on our studies. Let's read some papers. Let's do it. Okay. After scratching your head for countless hours, you came up with a new idea. Let's go. We've got an idea. And it's only month 1. Excellent. Let's do it. Okay. Your advisor thinks your new idea sounds interesting. You feel encouraged. That is encouraging. Wait. Wait. Your advisor thinks that your new idea sounds interesting. You feel encouraged. That is encouraging. What? Thank you for this high quality writing. This is excellent. This is like how my scientific writing sounds. I'm not gonna lie. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. My attendance was in the low 20%, but I passed all my exams. I'm not gonna lie, I was the same in a big chunk of my undergraduate studies. I think my first year I was very good at attending. My second year I was dreadful, like really bad. It was probably also about 20%. And then I did like 2 extra years and it kind of went up a little bit across those 2, but it still wasn't great. Because like for me, the lecture environment just didn't work for me very well. It didn't work. It was too big and too loud and I couldn't really focus very well. And they were often 2-hour lectures as well. It just, yeah, it wasn't really for me. Yeah. Yeah. We grant you a seat on the council, but do now grant you the rank of master. That would be very fun if they did it like that, but they don't. It's just like, mine was very underwhelming because I was finished during the pandemic, so we didn't even get a graduation. It just appeared in the mail. Like I just was like, oh look, there is a big envelope. Oh, it is my degree. Okay, cool. It was very, very depressing. I'm still wondering how I got into law school. I'm still here. I'm here while trying to process the most open-ended questions about the Constitution. I feel that about my PhD program, honestly. For me, it's less like I wonder how I got in. I can kind of see how I managed to BS my way in. I'm more like, how did I maintain it? Like, why am I still here? What were they thinking, allowing me to progress? Encouraging things encourage you. They do indeed. People die when they are killed. Every 60 seconds, a minute passes. If there's no meaning to life, you can't be a failure. Exactly. That's why you create your own meaning, because then you can decide whether you've failed or not. And if you think you're failing, we'll just find something else. That's what I did. It worked for me. My undergrad didn't exist. I lost 2 years to the pandemic and 1 to a hurricane. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah. No, I finished my undergrad before the pandemic. And then when I was doing my master's, that was when it hit. Was doing the second semester of my master's, and it was quite funny because I'd already started doing my research project about conspiracy theory beliefs. And then I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this kind of conspiracy theory belief now. I guess I'm changing. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Okay, fine. And then I never did anything with the data because it was rubbish. Why are we still here, just to suffer? Yes, we're here to nya. Creating meaning is cringe. Such a... I am cringe, but I am free. Oh dear. I have to bounce for now. I hope you had a good stream and hope you get the PhD after the encouragement. Thank you, Mountainite. Thank you so much for dropping by, and thank you again for the gift sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you have a good evening. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Nico. I just woke up from a nightmare about dealing with my existential dread of struggling through my PhD. What are we doing today? I'm sorry, it continues. The nightmare continues. Like, it's though living the nightmare wasn't bad enough. We're doing we're simulating the nightmare now. This is like 3 levels. We're getting in too deep, but we're doing it anyway. We've got an encouraging idea though, so let's do it. Let's do it. Right, okay, that is encouraging. A new month begins. Let's check the to-do list. I'm assuming December is month 12. Right, okay, okay. Prepare for qualifying exam. Read some papers. Work on developing an idea. Slack off. Okay, I think we don't need to start preparing for the qualifying exam, and I don't even know what that is. I don't know what a qualifying exam is, but I don't think we need to start preparing for it until like 6 months beforehand. So I think that'll be fine. Wait, is this starting in September? I don't know when the exam is. Maybe we should prepare for the exam, actually. Just to see when it is. Maybe, I don't know. The year we got back from the pandemic, we were so excited to get back after being remote, and the first Friday they were like, pack up, Category 5 hurricane is coming. That's something that I've personally not had to deal with, and I don't know how you would deal with that. That sounds very, very stressful and scary. I hope it was okay in the end. I don't pay attention to hurricanes because we don't get them in Ireland. I forget that they're a thing until I see it on the news, and I'm like, oh, that's a thing. I wish therapy was mandatory for PhD students. It might help, potentially. Yeah. For fun? Yeah, I know. It's not... Yeah. Imagine having time for therapy. That's also true, actually. That's also true. I hate that that's true. I'm meant to have like one-to-one mentoring support for the neurodivergence, and then I just gave up on it because I was like, the hour of me having this mentoring is actually taking up more time that I could be working, and I don't like that, so I'm just gonna stop going. That's true PhD mentality, I think. Imagine having enough executive functions to have a to-do list. This is why you need a GitHub repo that stores all of your secret stuff. We should slack off for 6 months. Don't encourage me. We're doing this the way that I would do it. Okay? We're doing it the way I would do it. If our hope gets too low, we'll slack off, okay? And we'll chill, and it'll be like when I started streaming. My hope was low. I had a repetitive strain injury, so I was like, I'm gonna try something new. And here we are. Now you can't get rid of me. Isn't quals the same as like usually the first year PhD? You do qualifying exams to make sure you're able to do research. Oh, okay. And if you don't do well enough, you get kicked out. I didn't have... Huh. I guess I did, actually. I guess I did have a qualifying exam. Yeah, because I had an exam. It wasn't like an exam. It's a weird thing. It was pass-fail. So it wasn't like... Well, it wasn't pass-fail. It was kind... I don't know how to describe this. I did an exam, I guess. And basically it was me, my advisor, and then 2 people within the department who had a kind of rough idea of what my research area might be. And then we sat on Teams, Microsoft Teams, because obviously we didn't do them in person at that time. And I had to submit like my like a draft literature review that I was going to use for my first chapter. It was really bad. And then I also had to do like a presentation and also like research protocols for my first study. And the presentation was outlining basically what I was planning to do with the whole thesis. And then they did some like questions and stuff, and then they were like, yeah, you can keep going. So I guess it's kind of like that. But yeah, sometimes actual exams. Yeah. I've heard people having to prepare for actual exams, but I didn't have any. I didn't have any exams, and I didn't have any proper classes, really. Like, I had some classes that I was kind of told, like, you technically kind of have to do this, but I had to do the coursework for them, but not exams. But then I didn't actually get a grade for it. I just was told, like, here's some feedback. It was all right. Yeah, that was it. So, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. I guess I did technically do a qualifying exam. As someone who lives in Hurricane Alley, it's weird. You get weirdly used to it until you aren't. Yeah, I can imagine it being quite intense. I can't even begin to process what it's like. Also, I don't know if I've said hi to you yet, Bobo. Hi, Bobo. I'm very tired. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't trust me at the minute. I'm very sleep deprived. I'm not sure how I dealt with it. I think aside from the existential thoughts by doing kendo and judo, so that I'd be too busy not to think about it, not trying to get flattened. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to do it. I just ignored it. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I didn't really get many. Oh wait, you're talking about the hurricane. Oh wait, yeah, no, I can imagine that. I think probably the closest thing that I've had to deal with was am I allowed to say this word? I'm gonna say it anyway. Like terrorist incidents, because obviously, like, I grew up around London, so there was quite a few. And that I think that I kind of dealt with by I just would basically just ignore it, which is probably not a good way to deal with that. But yeah, I feel very lucky because Ireland's very boring. Nothing happens here. We have no extreme weather. Like, not even really much crime or anything. Like, it's very chill. I was preparing for exams even on negative hope. That's kind of same, to be fair. Yeah. It's okay, I'm tired and spacey too. Yeah, mood. We're all tired and spacey. Just ignore the hurricane. Just pretend it's not there. It'd be a very British thing to do, would be just be to sit there in the middle of a hurricane and be like, weather's not great, is it? It's raining a bit, innit? It's raining cats and dogs out there, isn't it? Oh dear. I was expecting a night shift today, but there are none, and now I'm lost. What do I do now? You help us finish this PhD. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I can imagine that there's things like that happening there all the time, and I don't know how you deal with it. I think I would be panicking all the time, to be honest. Me personally, my parents' reaction was more painful than the actual failed exam. Yeah, I can imagine. I never really had to deal with that because, like, I wasn't expected to go into, like, I think people were kind of like, oh yeah, this one might go into university, but it wasn't like expected of me, if that makes sense. I never felt pressured into it, you know? Honestly, Ireland still has some rebels everywhere reputation. It's quite outdated. It's mostly very boring now. It's mostly very boring. I never really associated London with the T word, time of troubles, yeah, but not in London proper. And yeah, we just ignore the tornadoes here. Yeah, that's wild to me. But yeah, I guess it's kind of the same with like knife crime and yeah, terrorism and stuff in London. You just kind of like, it's happening. There's been quite a few. The thing is that they're not like, they're always kind of weird in London. They're always kind of weird because there was like one really, really big one, I think in like 2005 or something. And then after that, it's just been like a series of small ones. But like, they're not small. Like, they still, you know, affect multiple people horribly. But they're not like quite as, they're very, well, most of them are not as dramatic, if that makes sense. But like, every single time something's happened, I've known somebody that's like around the area where it's happening. So I'm always just like, oh, that's not good. And then I check in with them that they're okay. And then it's like, okay, they're fine. Like, that's that. Yeah. But no, Ireland's very boring now. There's nothing going on here. Every now and then, like, you see something in the news where it's just like people are being dramatic, but it's just to make a point. It's not actually, you know, dangerous in Ireland at all. Anywhere on the island of Ireland, it's not dangerous, really. There's like a few pockets, but just don't go to them. Like, yeah. I did watch an Irish comedian get heckled by a French lady, very drunk, trying to say that he was a colonizer. He was like, Madam, we're Irish. That is like so reversed. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay. Anyway, right, PhD. This is just like my real PhD where I'm like, what should I do? And I spend a whole month doing it. Okay, new month begins. Let's check in the to-do list. Let's check it. Right, prepare for the qualifying exam. Read some papers. Work on developing an idea or slack off. I don't know when the qualifying exam is. I don't know if we were part of like the September intake or if we're part of a January intake. So I'm going to say let's prepare for the qualifying exam to hedge our bets. You feel slightly more confident in passing the qualifying exam. Well, that's good. Thank you for the hydrate guns. I'll have some water. Okay. A new month begins. Let's check the to-do list. I think we should work on developing our idea. I think that's a good idea. I think we should do that. What do we get? It turned out that this time... This hurts. It turned out that this idea is not working. Time to try another one. Okay, let's try another one. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. Ah, the Great International Conference on PhD Simulation is calling... is calling for papers. Submission is open for the following 6 months. If you have any preliminary result, you can submit it. Okay, we need to make sure that we get an idea that's worth making into results. We need to do that now. The grind is starting. The first 3 times I prepare for an exam, the less confident I am in passing. Honestly, same. Same. I think the more I revised, the worse I was. So, yeah. Okay. Right. New month begins. Let's check the to-do list. Okay, clearly the exam is at the end of the year. So let's focus on getting an idea, submitting to the conference, and then we'll prepare for the exam from like month 8 or something. I don't know. Okay, let's read some papers. After digging into new piles of paper, you suddenly gained a new idea. Very good. Very good. Very wild crimes happen where I am, and it's to the point where I'm just like, yeah, someone's stealing a police car and driving it off the highway and into a lake. What's new? I love that. I feel like I can... I feel like I can guess approximately just based on that. Oh no. Yeah, no, you see most of the things that happen here are like, this farmer had their sheep stolen. Like, that's literally like, oh, they graffitied on a wall. Like, that's what we have. It's, yeah. This idea is not working is too accurate. It really is, isn't it? It's too painful. Me right now trying to explain parts of the Constitution, honestly. Honestly. We're supposed to read the papers, not dig them. This is true. This is true. Also, piles of papers. I don't think we're digging into piles of papers. I think it's just PDFs. Oh no! You found one of your ideas appears in a recently published paper. You can no longer work on it. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is far too accurate. Oopsie, I doxed myself. I don't think you did. I think it's me assuming. There was one time where we made some claim and prove it in a short paper for my school, but after a while of researching, I realized my premise was completely false. But by then it was basically almost finished and I couldn't start from the beginning, and it was a really important task, so I just bluffed to the teacher. I mean, that's quite impressive though. That's impressive. You felt bad about lying to the teacher. I don't think you need to feel bad, because like, that's impressive. If you managed to bluff it to that extent, genuinely impressive. Plagiarized? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We'll find a new idea. We've still got a few months. Let's read some more papers. You came up with a bunch of ideas. However, upon further searching, you found that they've already been done before. Okay. Oops. Okay, we're on month 6. I don't like this. This is me. This is genuinely how long it took me to like have an actual coherent like plan for what I might do. So this is fair enough. Okay. Right, let's read some more papers. You opened too many tabs in the web browser and it crashed. You lost track of the papers you were reading. Your advisor thought that you're not well prepared for your qualifying exam. Oh gosh, okay. And urged you to pay more attention to it. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's prepare for the qualifying exam. Let's just do that now for the... Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, we've done 2 months of preparing. Let's read some more papers. We've got a new idea. Great. Okay. Right. Should we do 2 more months of qual exam preparing, potentially? Or should I... Let's develop our idea. Yes, we've got a preliminary result. Okay. Okay, let's do the preparing for the qualifying exam. Okay, so I think this month is our qualifying exam. You passed! Let's go! Let's go. Let's go. Oh, came in clutch. Oh, that was actually stressful. What the heck? Okay. I'm surprised PhD Simulator is the scariest Halloween special I've seen today. Why are you surprised? Pokemon music begins playing. Yeah. Yay. I mean, I love telling the absolutely wild stories from where I am. We had one where a girlfriend shot her boyfriend and on video have her saying, "Oh, I shot your carotid, you'll be fine." Ah? What? I have so many questions. We didn't manage to do anything. I was right. We should have slacked off for 6 months. No! We have. We've got a preliminary result. We've passed our exam. That's the most important thing. Look, we can work on developing our preliminary result. I think we missed the conference, though. I think we missed the conference submissions, but that's fine. Let's work on developing our result. We developed a major result. Let's go. Okay. You begin to feel exhausted and found it difficult to focus after working on your research non-stop for a long period. That sucks. Okay, but we've got good hope. That's good. Okay. Right, now we need to make a decision. Do we conduct the experiments to support the major result, or do we take some time off? You gotta go do the dishes, then sleep? Have a good evening, Urafko. Thank you for dropping by. And I hope your dishes are done quickly and then you can sleep quickly. This would be good. Psydere wins by doing absolutely nothing. It's just like my real PhD, for real, for real. Okay, I'm gonna do the experiments. No, I'm not. We're gonna slack off. We need to sleep. Yes, okay. That was a good decision. We're not exhausted anymore. Let's do the experiments. They're less likely to go wrong now, I think. Okay. The experiments went very well. You gained a nice figure. Nice. Slack off. I'm very tempted. What? Okay. Congratulations! You have been invited to join the early investment of PhD coin! Invest early to support global scientific research whilst unlocking unlimited growth potential of your wealth. No. That is a scam. Invest? I'm not going to invest. Seems reliable. Seems real enough. Seems legit. No, we're not investing in PhD coin. I don't have any money. I'm a PhD student. What am I meant to invest? I've got some hope. I can invest some of the hope. Invest what? I'll forward it to the professor. Let's ignore the thingy. Okay. There is no hope. So true. So true. Ask for funding to invest. I'll write a grant proposal. Okay, let's do some more experiments. We're doing the experiments. You obtained some contradictory results. Something went wrong and you need more time to check it. That is unfortunate. The Great International Conference on PhD Simulation is calling for papers. There, let's go. Okay. If you have any preliminary result, you can submit it. Cool. I don't have any preliminary results. Let's read some papers. Your advisor thought your new idea was not novel enough and suggested you read more papers. Okay, well, we'll do that. After scratching your head for countless hours, you came up with a new idea. Okay, cool. Let's work on the developing the idea, but we're only going to do this once because if we don't go back to the major results, then we're going to get scooped. Okay? Let's develop the idea. It's not working. Fine, whatever. Let's conduct more experiments. You didn't get any interesting results from the current setup. It seems you need more to conduct more experiments. This is too accurate. I hate this. This is too accurate. There is no hope. The hope is decreasing. All I've got is a ham sandwich and stress. It's not even my ham sandwich. It's one that I've stolen after the seminar. Like, I just walked away with the seminar food. Just ignore the contradictory results. I think this is a good plan. Good thing you didn't pre-register. You can just ignore it. Exactly. 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 Hi, Kano. Welcome in. How you doing? I'm Hope. Hello, Hope. I'm Dad. I can't believe I just said that. That's how you know the sleep deprivation is real. I'm not gonna lie. Yummy sandwich. Yes. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Me pretending to be part of different clubs just to steal the free sandwiches. Honestly, I actually had a reputation for it at my old university. Like, they actually knew me as the person that would turn up and be like, hello, do you have any leftover vegan sandwiches? And they would be like, yes, here are the leftover vegan sandwiches. And then I'd take them all. And it'd last me like 3 days worth of lunches. It was great. But like, I had a reputation for it. Like, and not even just in my department, other people knew too. Like, I think I want to say the anthropology department remembered me. And who else? And economics also remembered me. So that was quite embarrassing. Someone else can work on reproducibility of the results. We just want to publish, right? Exactly. We're publishing. We need to publish so that we don't perish. We're already 2 years in and we have almost 3 years in and we've not got any publications yet. This is not okay. Let's go. Come on. My dad meets sleep deprivation. I know her very well. Nyandere come in cute and steal your food. I used to turn up, yes, and I used to do like big cat eyes and I'd be wearing the cat ears and I'd be like, yeah? And then they would give me the sandwich. It was very good. Okay. Experiments. Yeah, the experiments went well. We've got a nice figure. Let's go. One more. Come on. Okay, more contradictory results. You stumbled upon a little game called PhD Simulator, which is hilariously realistic. You're successfully graduated in the game and regained some hope. I don't like this. This is too much of a fourth wall break. I don't like this. Oh no. You did indeed bring the hope. There you go. It hurts. You haven't even made a PhD. I know. It's because you've been seeing the suffering that I'm going through. They just got me to do a long sigh. Okay. Well, at least we've got some hope, so that's good. You get an email from the game creator. We're watching your stream. Don't, actually. I can imagine that happening. That's like my life goal, is for one day me to do something science related on stream. And then like someone messages me like, I saw your stream. And I'll be like, I've been identified. One day. You're not the game creator, stop. Okay. We're going to We're gonna do some experiments. More experiments. We've got figures. Okay, that's good. Okay, we've got 3 figures and a major result. That means we can work on our draft paper. I think we need to speed run this. Right, your advisor went through the latest draft paper and pointed out several issues with the figures. You'll need more time to fix them. Oh. Let's work on the draft paper some more. Come on, let's do it. Despite your efforts, you did not complete your draft paper. You need to add more details to the background section. Okay, that sounds like we're close though. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is like me trying to finish that one thesis chapter, isn't it? Okay. Your advisor went through the latest draft paper and suggested rewriting the abstract in a better way. Okay. Your advisor sent you an email reminding you of your progress, expressing the anxiety to see more papers. Well, I'm trying. Hello? I'm trying. You completed your draft paper and submitted it. Let's go! We did it! We did a paper! It only took 3 years and 2 months. That's good. Okay. We need to speedrun the rest of this PhD. Goodness gracious. Okay. Okay. That's my horror of being a streamer. Oh, you saw that side of me. I don't care. I know for a fact that some of my colleagues have seen my stream. I've just accepted it. Like, and to be fair, I'm kind of like this in real life as well, so... Like, I'm the person that goes to the seminar and I just turn up and I'm like... But have you considered... Insert very weird thing. And then they're like, no, I never have. Year 4 starts VTubing. Oh, it has been 2 years, you're right. It's rated from 1. That bothers me, and I don't like it. Psydere seminar from the podium. Yeah, bring me food. I'm not gonna lie, once I did do a seminar and I would just started being outright like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know that you're here for the food. I am too. That's fair. So, unironically, yes. Admission fee for the next Psydere seminar. Everything in your lunchbox. Bring me a pile of vegan snacks. You have to pay the vegan Kit Kat tax. Okay, we've completed our draft paper and submitted it. Let's go. Okay, oh, we got rejected. Based on the reviewer's comments, we regret to inform you that your manuscript has been rejected for publication. One of the reviewers pointed out that there is no comparison with state-of-the-art methods. I mean, at least it was a quick turnaround. That's good. I'm sure that the reviewer wanted us to compare it with their state-of-the-art method. Okay, that is unfortunate. Your advisor sent you an email regarding the rejection of your recent paper. Do not get discouraged by the reviewer's comments. Call off, revise, and resubmit. Okay, that is encouraging. That is encouraging. Thank you for having my back, advisor. Sam. 3 years and still no papers. It's been 2 years! It iterates from 1! But yeah, it is, and I don't like it, and it sounds a bit too painfully accurate, doesn't it? Hi, Dead Hyperspace, how you doing? I hope you're good. Have you ever tried deep fried tempura nori? I have not, but now I want to. That sounds like various levels of crispy delicious. Yes, yes. It's painfully accurate. Okay, this is encouraging. This is fine. Let's revise and resubmit the rejected paper. Following the reviewer's comments, you finished rewriting this rejected paper and resubmitted it. I hope it will be accepted this time. And it was accepted! We are pleased to inform you that your manuscript has been accepted for publication. Let's have a party to celebrate. That's right. That's so nice. Oh, God, there's another conference. Okay. Okay, okay. It's the same conference. Let's speed run. Right, we just need to read a lot of papers. Your advisor thinks your new idea sounds interesting. You feel encouraged. That is encouraging. Okay, okay. You found it's already in a published paper. Okay, we have to get rid of it. A distinguished lecture Gave an inspiring talk at this week's seminar. You suddenly came up with a new idea. Sounds interesting. Okay. You begin to feel exhausted and found it difficult to focus after working on your research non-stop for a long period. I feel attacked. That does suck. No, we got to develop this idea. Let's try it. We're going to try developing this idea. I'm doing mixed. I don't know if I got the job or not. I really hope I did, though. I hope you did too. I hope you did too. Good luck. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah, what if you want to share what job you're going for, please do, but you know, don't feel pressured. Okay, let's work on developing our idea. Slack off. I'm very tempted to slack off. But the conference, we need to do 2 conference papers and they only come around once a year. You got exhaustion, I know, but the conference. Slack off. Okay, fine. Your advisor sent you several emails but did not get any reply. Your advisor then figured out that you're not in the lab and sent another email reminding you of your pending tasks. This may or may not have happened to me before. Okay. Oops. Your recent paper got more citations. You feel recognized. That's nice. QA. Ooh, nice. Nice. Exhaustion is what cocaine is for. No illicit substances. This is not a good idea. What is a good idea is developing our idea. It turns out this idea is not working. Time to try another one. Okay, let's read some papers. Okay, and we've come up with a new idea. Let's develop it. We've got a preliminary result. Were we in time for the conference? No. Let's work on developing our preliminary result. Or, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to read some more papers and we're going to store our preliminary result for the next conference. That's what we're going to do. Okay? Okay. Read some papers. Right, new idea. Good. Work on developing an idea. We've got 2 preliminary results. That's good. Okay. Okay. Right, we're going to store one of our preliminary results for the next conference. Jesse, we need to develop. Can't just take cocaine straight up. Gotta have rum and coke. So true. Okay, let's develop our preliminary idea. We've developed a major result. That sounds interesting. Okay, now we're gonna do some experiments to support the major result. We got a nice figure. Very good. One of your preliminary results is in PIP published work and you can't work on it. Okay. 3 years have passed. You've witnessed many graduations. You begin to worry about whether you can graduate on time. I don't like this. This is hitting too hard. This is an actual horror game. Okay. I'm actually surprised watching this stream gave me the brainwave to write one more additional sentence for this assignment. The topic sucks though. Which interpretation of the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause is correct? And I'm like, how do I academically legally say, well, I'm pretty sure segregation is bad? Well, there you go. See, watching Psydere stream, guaranteed 100% small productivity bonus. That's definitely how it works. Yeah, that's a vague question. I wouldn't even know how to approach that. Okay, we're worrying about graduating on time. That's good. Academic news. An increase in the government research funding is expected. Continuous investments in scientific research will pave the way for a brighter future, said one of the government officials. No government official has ever said that, but okay, this doesn't happen. This is how you know it's a simulation and not real. Okay, great. Okay, let's keep working on our major result. No, let's read some papers, ready for when the conference opens. Okay, your advisor thought your new idea was not novel enough and suggested you read more papers. Okay, fine, we'll read more papers. We've got a new idea. Let's develop the idea. We've got a preliminary result. Cool. Just in time for the conference. Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Your paper got more citations and you feel recognized. Oh, and our new status is Late year anxiety. That's good. Let's work on the conference paper. And we finished and submitted it. That was easy. Good stuff. Okay. There's still call for papers. We could try and do another one. Okay, we got a new idea. You attended a seminar, and we got a new idea from that too. The slides were very inspiring. Let's go. You begin to feel exhausted. We don't have time. Your advisor noticed that you looked very tired recently and sent you an email on how to keep a good work-life balance. Ask your advisor for a break. I am fine. I also feel personally attacked because this is actually something that's happened to me. Where my advisor was like, "Are you sick?" And I was like, "Maybe." And then they were like, "You're taking time off." And I was like, "Okay." We'll rest when we're dead. Honestly, that's the approach that I would have taken. Coincidentally, this is soon with our attitude so true. I would have just kept going. But we've got ideas. And I don't want us to miss the conference submission period because then we have to wait till next year to do it. This is the problem. We can have a break after we're done. Yeah. Okay. Develop the idea. Preliminary result. We've got a new idea. Cool. We found a missing piece of... You found the missing piece during your shower. You developed one of your preliminary results into a major result. Cool, okay. Your advisor noticed that you look very tired recently and sent you an email on how to keep good work-life balance. I'm fine. I will... Can we not submit to the conference? What? Call for papers is still open. I want to submit another one. We need to wait. Okay. Okay, we need to wait till next year. Okay. Right. Fine. Let's take a break. We relaxed for a while and regained some hope. Let's do it. Okay, cool. Okay. During my undergrad, I got hit by a car while biking. What? And I went to the professor while bandaged. No bones broken, though. And I was like, yeah, I really hate to ask this, but can I have a few days extension? And they were like, why aren't you asking for a week? That was kind of the vibe that happened with this incident that I've had during my PhD. Basically, I was going through some like pretty extensive medical tests for something that they thought was very serious. And I was still like working away. And then I went to a supervision meeting and I was like, you know, we did the check-in about the work. And then my advisor always is like, okay, but how are you doing? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going through this stuff. And they think I might have a serious medical condition. And it would be life-changing and really bad. But you know, it's fine. I'm just working to distract myself. And they were like, no, you're not working to distract yourself. You are going away. You are taking a month and a half off, at least. Longer if needed. Go away. And I was like, oh, okay. So that was a thing. It really do be like that, unfortunately. Do you think if I do 2 papers, like as in 2 papers, I don't have to do 2 conference papers? That might be fine. Just moved to my car this January and my boss said, have you rented a car yet? How are you gonna get to work? That sounds about right, unfortunately. Yeah. Bad managers should not be allowed to manage. Shaking my SMH. I think the funniest part of the incident was that I said my first instinct was to text my friend and say, hey, I won't make it to judo practice, followed by I got hit by a car. Yeah. Putting your priorities before your health says something about you as a person. I'm glad Slack off is on your to-do list. It is. It's a valid option at any given point during a PhD. Also, hi Gillicat, how you doing? I hope you're good. Okay, right. No, well, we've rested. We can't do anything about the call for papers, clearly. So we're just gonna conduct experiments, I think. Let's just do that. We obtained contradictory results. Something went wrong. He needs more time to check it. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay. Conduct experiments to support major results. We got a nice figure. Very nice. Conduct more experiments. Your program ran out of memory and crashed. You need to redo some of the experiments. This wouldn't happen to me because I would just be like, husbando, please help. I need upgrade. And then he provide. It's very, very nice having on-site tech support at all times. Truckun? Yeah, Bushy, you did kind of get Truckun, didn't you? I've recovered from my illness, so I'm doing good. I'm glad you feel better. Literally replaced your laptop RAM today. He did actually. He did replace my laptop RAM today. Now I've got more RAM, so that's good. I am rammed. Wait, no. No. Make sure to keep backups. I do. I've got backups. I'm good. I'm very, very funky. Funky? No. Funny. I'm struggling. This PhD simulator is melting my brain because it's too real. Cat says hello. Hi, Cat. Hello. You could just download more RAM. This is true. I could just download more RAM. On-site Psydere. On-site emotional support. Husmod. On-site tech support. This is true. I think this is true and accurate. But he also does emotional support. I don't know what else he gets in return. What details are necessary? I'm happy for you though. Yes. Yeah. Quick, distract them with the nya. I get a cat girl VTuber. So true. So true. I always did that when I was in Japan. I was biking and the truck pulled up suddenly from the alley. I think I'm seeing a trend with me and bikes. I fear for you. I fear for you. Hydrate! Thank you. Oh, hydrate, no mind, thank you. Okay, let's try and finish this PhD. Let's do it. We can do it. Okay. That's fine. It crashed. It's fine. We'll do more experiments. The experiments went well. We got a nice figure. Your submission to the conference was rejected. The reviewers were not convinced of the significance of your results. Nonetheless, you can continue to work on these results. That is unfortunate. Okay. There's a lot going on here. There's lots of options now. We've got preliminary result. We've got an idea. We've got a figure. We've got major result. Okay. Let's work on the draft paper. We've completed the draft paper and submitted it. That was easy. That's good. Oh, based on your reviewers' comments, we regret to inform you that your manuscript has been rejected for publication. One of the reviewers questioned your experiment setup and requested that you should conduct additional experiments. That is unfortunate. You recently found out one of your ideas appears in a recently published paper. You can no longer work on it. That is also unfortunate. My hope is being drained. Okay. Let's revise and resubmit the paper. Following reviewers' comments, you finished rewriting this rejected paper. Oh, you finished rewriting this rejected paper and resubmitted it. I hope it will be accepted this time. We're pleased to inform you that your manuscript has been accepted for publication. Let's have a party to celebrate it. That's good. Okay. Oh, another one of my ideas is in a paper. Okay. The scooping is too real. I don't like this. Right. What do we do? Because we need conference papers. That's not good. That's not good. Hi, Melania. How you doing? Usually we just go into conferences because we know each other. Results don't matter. Honestly, same. Same. Better than getting a retraction notice. So true. Yeah, I just go to conferences because I want to see my friends. I'm not going to lie. Year 4, 2 papers. Productivity, 0.5 papers per year. Your paper per year is low. Don't attack me like this. I've just had a bad luck. Okay, let's do experiments. We'll get more results. Come on. I also need another idea potentially to develop into a Ah, there we go. There's the conference again. Okay. Right, let's work on the conference paper. We've worked on it and submitted it. That's good. Okay. We only need one more figure. So let's do conduct experiment to support major result. We got a nice figure. That's good. Let's work on the draft paper. Submitted. Good. So it got accepted first time. Let's go. That's lucky. Okay. Now we just read some papers. You opened too many tabs in the web browser and it suddenly crashed. You lost track of the papers you were reading. Oops. Your recent paper got more citations. You feel recognized. That's nice. Okay, great. You begin to feel exhausted after working on your research non-stop for a long period. That does suck. Let's relax. Okay. Right. We need one more conference paper to graduate. That's all we need. I'm at a big fat 0 papers per year right now. Same. I have no first author papers, but I'm fine with that. I made 2 solo publications this year, but completely outside my field, so it doesn't count towards my degree. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't have any solo papers, but I do have a few that I am like a equal contributor on. And yeah, they're not anything to do with my PhD program, so I can't use them. Let's read some papers. After scratching your head for countless hours, you come up with a new idea. Great. Let's develop the idea. It's not working. Okay. You attended a seminar related to your research this month. The speaker's slides were very inspiring and you gained a new idea. That sounds interesting. Okay. Let's develop the idea. We obtained a preliminary result. Let's go. Congratulations on the acceptance of this nice work as a poster paper in ICPS 5. Let's go. Year 5, we finally got into the conference, even though we have 3 papers. Brilliant. Okay, cool. Supposed to be in biology, published in music. That is so random, but I love it. This is why you run Firefox and keep it updated. Yeah. This wouldn't happen to me, because I do everything in Zotero, so yeah. Right, we want to keep our preliminary result, like, benched, I think. For the next conference, let's read some papers. Okay, we've got a new idea. You arrived at the conference center for ICPS 5 and finished your presentation. Let's check the schedule for the next day. Take a tour around the city or attend some interesting sessions. My hope is fine and I'm not exhausted, so I'm gonna actually attend the sessions, even though in real life I would definitely just... No, to be fair, when I go to a conference, I want value for money, so I do actually go to the sessions normally. Yeah. Okay. You attended several interesting talks and came up with a new idea while discussing with other researchers during the conference. Okay, that's great. Cool. Let's develop the idea. Turns out that the idea is not working. Let's try another one. Okay, that's fine. A distinguished lecturer gave an inspiring talk in this week's seminar. You suddenly came up with a new idea. That sounds interesting. Let's develop the idea. It's not working. That is unfortunate. When one of your ideas appears in a recently published paper, you can no longer work on it. That is unfortunate. Okay, let's keep trying. Read some papers. We've got an idea. Your advisor thinks your new idea sounds interesting. You feel encouraged. That is encouraging. There's a new call for papers and we've still got a preliminary result. Let's go. Okay. Right. We're working on the conference paper. We've submitted it. Good stuff. Okay. Now we can just develop the ideas and hope for the best, I think. I think that would work. IRL, I'd just go chill with friends at a bar. Yeah, same, to be honest. I don't go to bars really, but like most of my conference experiences has just been like, I go to my talk, I go to my friend's talk. Maybe there's like 2 others that I'm interested in. I do fill up most of the schedule, to be fair, but then I just spend all of the evenings going off to the networking events, but like the casual ones. And then, yeah, at least one night I just go hang out with my friends. Yeah. It was, like, last time I went to a conference, it was very much like that. I just spent most of the time hanging out. Yeah, we're doing PhD simulator, but there's no, like, category for it, so I just stuck us in just chatting. I wasn't sure where else to put it. I guess we could have technically gone in science and tech. Technically. Should I switch over to science and tech? Should we do that? Let's switch over for the last part of the stream. There you go. We're in science and tech now. That's nice. Back in my home turf. You're playing Valorant on the first monitor. That's valid. That's valid. There should be an integrity bar in this game. If an idea doesn't work, you should have the option to fake data. That would be such an interesting extension of this. That would be super, super interesting. I like that idea. Here's a new idea. It's not working. It sounds like my legal hypo now. It's literally the process of science. I have a list of ideas that I was like, I'm going to come back to all of these after I finish the PhD. And I know for a fact I'm going to have to scrap most of them. It's fine. Not every idea is worth pursuing. Yeah, I should be second monitor content at least. Ideally first though. The Geno DLC, no! No, not the Francesca Geno DLC. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah. I need to start a bar named Integrity Bar. If you failed results, you may submit it to the bar and get free drinks for a day. I would have so many drinks because like I pre-registered my research and like all of the things that I pre-registered have just not worked. It's funny coming from you. That's true. You are the definition of like putting me as third monitor content. You don't even have 3 monitors and I'm still third monitor content. Oh wait, React suggestion to Disco Elysium. I've never played it. That's a good idea. I should add that to the playlist. That's a very good idea. Thank you, Dead Hyperspace. Okay, I've drank some water. Okay, right. I guess we develop our idea because there's not really much else to do until they get back to us about the conference. So, posture check. Thank you. Thank you, Guns. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, there's not really much to do until they get back to us about the conference paper. So, I don't know what to do here. Probably develop the idea. Oh, I sometimes have my laptop on, totaling 3 monitors on the desk. That's true. And I've seen you sometimes also watching streams on your phone too, so that counts as 4 monitors technically. I do the same though. If there's like a streamer that I want to support, I'll like put them on my phone. Slack off, let's be realistic. It's very tempting. It's very tempting, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of the like highly strung PhD students, so I have legit been working on stuff, either on my actual research or on something like related to future research permanently. I have had probably a grand total of like 4 actual weeks off in the last 2 years. Well, no, that's an exaggeration, but probably 4 in the last year to be fair, because I take time off at Christmas and then I take time off like in the summer and then that's pretty much it. So in the last 2 years, I probably worked a grand total of 2 weeks. That's the way to do it. That's the smart way to do it. Let's be honest. That's the smart way to do it. Every streamer is first monitor content. I just opened 10 tabs and struggle to keep up with any of them. That's valid. That's valid. I am a small number of tabs. I know exactly what my tabs are and why they're there. I'm very organized with my tabs. At least normally. I haven't been as much recently because I keep saying I feel like I don't have any brain capacity left, but it's true. I really feel like I don't have any brain capacity left. So yeah, that's the thing. Right, let's develop our idea. It's working. We've got a preliminary result. That's good. Let's develop the preliminary result. It's a major result. We're just waiting for the conference to get back to us. Conduct experiments. It's contradictory results. We need more time to check it. Okay. Let's conduct more experiments. The computer crashed. Okay. Let's read some papers and get an idea. Oh, it crashed. You begin to feel exhausted. That sucks. Your advisor noticed that you look very tired recently and sent you an email on how to keep a good work-life balance. I asked for a break. Your advisor approved your request, and you took a break from your busy research. Your mind got cleared, and you felt reinvigorated. Good stuff. Okay. Let's do some. Let's read some. Yeah, sure. We'll do some. Oh, the experiments are still going wrong. Okay. You attended a seminar related to your research this month. The Q&A session was very inspiring, and you gained a new idea. Cool. We got accepted into the conference. Let's go. Oh, we've got to do... we still have to do the thesis. Okay. I don't want to press this button. I don't want to press this button. Your IRL thesis. Don't remind me. Year 6, very realistic. Don't remind me. I don't like this. I don't like this. I wonder if it's the same email about work-life balance. It probably is. Copy and pasted from student support. Work on your thesis. Congratulations! You finished your thesis and passed your PhD defense. You finally earned your PhD degree. You should be proud of yourself. It only took 7 years. Yay! It was all worth it. The flashing text. We did it. We have done it. Okay, I'm graduating now. Is this what they mean by VTuber graduation? Look at status. It still just says late year anxiety. So true. So true. I feel attacked. Reminded me at the state attorney's office, the first email that they sent us during the holidays was dealing with trauma in the holidays. And we're like, well, that's a start. That sounds exactly like I would expect, to be fair. Oh, it was only 6 because we started in year 1. That's true. I forgot that they iterated from 1. My bad. Okay. Only 6. Let's do it. We did it. Will my actual thesis take 6 years? No, it won't. I swear, it won't. I bloody hope not. Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'll be 4.5. 4.5 and I'll be done. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I promise. I swear. I'm so close. Weirdly, this has made me feel motivated to work on my PhD tomorrow, but that's not entirely good because I actually have to do grading of student papers instead. But maybe I will do a bit of PhD work in the morning to motivate myself to then motivate the papers marking. Maybe. My subs pay for my grad school, it's fine. I love that. That's a very, I love that. Husbando's paying for my grad school at the minute because my funding ran out. So thank you, Husbando. He keeps me fed and warm like a stray cat. Yeah? I'm just like a stray cat for real, for real. We did it though. We passed the PhD. See, I'm going to take this as an omen that I'm not going to fail my actual PhD. I think this is a sign that I can do it. I think I can work with this. So that's good. Oh. And let's hope that I never have to do this again because I really didn't enjoy this. This was an actual horror game. This was too close to reality. I didn't enjoy it. Let's never do it again. Okay. We could start again, but let's not do that. Let's not do that. No more. No more. Okay. We've done it. We've finished the PhD. It was horrifying. It was terrible. Never again. I don't like it. I'm not about that life. Oh no. But with that being said, I think it's time to wrap up because I'm very, very tired. As I said, I'm very sleep deprived. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I don't know anymore. I'm very confused. PhD, innit? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Me too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very, very tired. Very, very, very tired in general. And I think it's time to head out. So, I have a question. What would we prefer today? Would we prefer to have a Halloween stream? Would we like to go to a Halloween stream? Because there's a lot of people doing Halloween related things. Or should we not go to something Halloween specific? What do we reckon? What are we feeling? The fireworks are still going off, by the way. We feeling the Halloween? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Halloween or not? There's a poll! Thank you, husbando. Thank you, thank you. We like this. We like this. Hi, Zakia! Hi! Hi, thank you for the raid. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. The P in PhD stands for pain. So true. This is genuinely so true. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it hurts. Wait. I'm trying to do things and I'm struggling. There we go. Here you go. Shout out for Zerkia. I don't know if you're here yet, Zerkia. If you are, hi. How are you doing? How was your stream? We're just wrapping up. So I guess we're gonna double raid. It's 6 a.m. here and fireworks are still going. That's wild. That's wild. Oh my gosh. I think that's not allowed here. Like, there's like noise restrictions, if that makes sense. More legendary timing. It was pretty legendary. I'm not gonna lie. It's very legendary timing. Hi, everyone. Also, yeah, bye. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm literally just wrapping up. We were even polling to where we're gonna raid, if we wanted Halloween or not. Oh, bye. So for context, we have like this pressure cooker thing. And when you press the off button, when you're done with it, for some reason, it says in big capital letters, off, bye. It's very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. You can't see the poll? I'm sorry. It's finished though. And it was 86% in favor of a Halloween themed raid. So yeah, I guess we're doing that. You need to sleep and I need to add more sentences about why segregation is bad because they're making me compare it to old white men from the 19th century. Yes, absolutely. You need to keep working on that. I do indeed need to sleep. I'm very tired. I'm so tired. Tail cool raid? Eh? Confusion. Oh, it's illegal fireworks. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. You also need to sleep. I mean, if you need to raid and run, absolutely do. Yeah. Or, wait, I'm gonna post the raid message. We're not using that. We're not using this. Wait. Okay. We'll do a double raid. There you go. We're doing the double raid. There you go. Use that one instead. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we want Halloween themed. What have we got that's Halloween themed? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Telling scary stories. How do we feel about telling scary stories? Does that sound good? Okay, I like the theme on this one. I like that. Okay. I know where we're going. Okay, we're going. We're going. I'm setting up the raid. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me on this horrifying simulation. It was too real. I didn't like it. It hurt me in a painful number of ways. Let's never do that again. Let's never do that again. But yeah, we're gonna go and raid Squeegee 3D. So EG is a lecturer, I believe, actually, or at least used to be, and they do character design stuff, which I think is very cool. They do really nice educational like streams and educational videos on YouTube as well. Very, very cool. And also, I'm looking at their model right now. It's extremely cool. It's very, very nice. The whole setup that they've got going on for Halloween is extremely cute. So we're gonna go say hi. I think we've never raided them before, I think. So be normal. I trust you all. And yes, we're using this double raid message, given that Zakia came in at the last minute. Thank you again, Zakia. Yes, afterwards we need yeah, let's go sleep. Let's go sleep. But yes, I hope that this stream wasn't too horrifying and didn't put you all off too much. I thought it was quite fun. And yeah, my next stream, I think on Sunday. I think my plan is to do a Sunday co-working stream again because I need to work on my thesis and it's more fun to do it while I'm streaming. I get more motivated. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and thank you also for the hype train and the gift subs. It was very, very kind of you. I really appreciate it. I'm like waving. I don't know why I'm doing that. No one can see apart from Husbando. He's looking at me funny. But yes, hopefully I'll see some of you on Sunday. It's okay if not. It will be about 1 p.m. UTC. Okay, we're going now. Bye. Thank you.